I am really not the best at building, and this is not a secret I've been hiding. And to be honest, this really bums me out more than it should. So here's the game plan. I'm going to revamp the entirety of the trees in my area and add some more vegetation into my main base area where all the farms and all the crops are at. We're going to collect some jungle leaves, logs, and vines to create some custom trees that I've been putting my brain on full power to make. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we got some goals to do, and I put a lot of work into what we got going on. We got some trees happening, right? I know I promised we're gonna build the tubing, the infrastructure for the item sorter, the item mover, but we're not doing that today because I've been putting in a lot of work. I've been putting a lot of work on a couple projects, actually. I'm so proud of the work we're doing, but we got to make sure that we can go cut down these trees that are in the surrounding area, kind of remove the vegetation first, right? But then we're going to re-add it. We're going to make it so much better than it is right now. Make it less stock of Minecrafty. And I'm really excited just to put this all together. Now, my biggest complaint I've been having about my world so far is just how bare it is. You know, I've chopped down all these trees in this area. Let's not remind ourselves about the unfinished village we have. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But we got so much space that's not being utilized. And I genuinely feel like that if I could put some of my own custom trees in, it would make the place look more homey, it look more lived in. Like I put some more effort into the world because God knows that I need to put more effort into the world. So I'm thinking that there's two things we need to do. Buttons. Okay, there's two things we need to do. And it really is just collect the materials that we cut down, grow some more trees, just kind of collect the leaves we need because we're going to need a bunch. We're going to need a bunch of leaves, a bunch of jungle wood, which we already have. So that's not that big of a deal. So I'm trying to figure out what the best idea is. I think we're going to need a hoe with silk touch to make it easy to knock down all these trees here. So we're going to go ahead and go and get that really quick. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Wow, there are so many axolotls. A lot of yellow ones. Got the pink one today. Sometimes they show up here. It's kind of cool. They just kind of show up, do their own thing. Is that another yellow one? I think it is another yellow one. Sometimes they show up and do their own thing. It's pretty cool, you know. And then we got our leaf stealer. I only got on efficiency 4 and I'm breaking 3, but I got mending on it. Not a big deal. And then I restocked my XP farm. So we're going to go ahead and just start collecting these leaves. This is going to be the hardest part of this whole activity. Let's grab some chests here just so we can get the right amount of stuff going on. Make sure we leave one item. And let's see, we need, what do we need? I don't remember. So the answer was we need a bone meal and I didn't have any. I did. I lied. I had bone meal on me. But we're gonna go make sure we can just make sure we have enough space. So that means we're gonna put away our tools that aren't immediately necessary here. And I'm thinking we're gonna start taking out the trees closer on this side of the island. So everything from the ravine and kind of around, I want to take out so that we can have just our nice builds, our nice trees out instead of any funky fancy ones. So I'm thinking remove the bamboo and then we can work on getting the bamboo back in there later. So there's something so satisfying about knocking down these bamboos. It's been a while since I've done a whole bunch of this because I remember we were getting a lot for our builds that we're doing. And of course, we're not going to let this go to waste, right? Because this is a very important resource, the building materials. And man, I'm just kind of excited to see what it's going to look like without bamboo here. So I want to cut ahead to where all the bamboo is kind of cut down enough to where we could see a whole lot of this mountainside that we got going on here. this is just a brief intermission to say thank you very much for everybody who's commented and subscribed so far. And, if you haven't hit that like button, subscribe button, please do that. It really helps me a lot. Please interact with this video. I don't like to beg or ask for questions, but let's get into some comments that I had gotten recently, which made me feel really good. We got Mr. Memin. He said, the nostalgia feeling this video gives OG players is insane. You are underrated. Thank you very much. Nostalgic Gaming LP said, hey, fellow Minecrafter, what a fun vid. Keep up the hard work. Great job. Thank you very much, Nostalgic. Means a whole lot to me. And then Susie Cheek said a month ago, I'm sorry, today's pep talk, don't give up. Keep reinvesting in yourself. And I just really appreciate it. It makes me feel so good to hear these comments from you. Well, y'all, we finally did it. And if you would believe it, it's gone. It's all gone, all barren. But we did collect some stuff. Box of leaves. A lot of these are surprisingly oak leaves, which surprised me a lot. But we got mostly jungle, a bunch of wood. There's a nice kickstart. And we got tons of wood somewhere. I don't know where it went. But we just need to collect some vines. Get some more trees. I'm thinking I haven't really decided if I want to cut those ones down just yet. I think we're just going to start getting these trees in, just kind of leave some of the natural surrounding in, but maybe blend. So I'm thinking I could probably throw some of my own custom trees in the back here and blend it more. And I think that just will work better on that side. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. That may be a later episode of me adding more trees in. But the next thing to do is to craft some shears and then do the grueling work of getting all of these vines. And I'm thinking that we're going to play it smart here. We're going to break our shears and we're just going to go plant some, go plant some of these guys. So let's break these down really quick here. And the reason why I don't want to do too hard on the vines right now is because they are kind of annoying. But it's all right. Well, I'll get these all figured out. Well, maybe that wasn't enough shears. So the idea is that we're going to go collect as much of these as we possibly can. And then we're going to build some dirt scaffolding. And then grow them, I think about 4 blocks tall. And so I think ooh, okay. I don't know why this keeps happening. Is it going to break itself? All right. Well, this aside, we're going to just completely be self-sufficient on these. I don't really want to harvest these off of jungle trees, and the reason why is because I want to be up and down them quick. I don't want to spend as many more time as I have to, and that's just a lazy me speaking. I guess I could do it, but I think this just might be just more effective, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out easy. It's not gonna be a pain. I promise. And wow, look at that! It's already working. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up a little glass box here and kind of it's AFK. So glass box, a door. I think that's a good match. And then it's going to be pretty easy for me to go ahead and collect them when they're grown. That should be more than enough glass to set up a little cubby hole. I'm doing an oak door just for of convenience of being able to see through it. And because I am paranoid, you know what? I have a silk tuck pickaxe. We're not doing that. Here we go. Glass enclosure while this grows. What a fun thing to have. Now I get to sleep. Oh, and guess what day we're on? We are on day 519. It's been pretty big, 519. And we got we got a whole bunch of stuff done today, which I'm happy about so far. We got this growing fast. It's so fast. Oh my gosh. Maybe we won't have to AFK here very long. I've collected enough materials to start going on and building trees, but there's a few things that I kind of planned last minute that I would like to do. And it's just going to be a little test over here. It'll be a little test over here. And it's going to be just a little bit terrain building, a little bit of boulders, a bit more detail in the ground, I think. Maybe, so I'm just going to go collect some materials and kind of see how that turns out. I may end up just calling it and just doing it over here. But it's going to be kind of closer to the path. I'm not going to be doing too much of this terrain detail, but we're going to need andesite, and then we're going to need a lot of it. So I'm going to go ahead and collect some of this diorite, a whole bunch of cobblestone, and convert that into andesite. Welcome back. We got the trees built. We got the stones built on the wall to the pathway. But check these out. Right? These are the custom trees I spent quite a few hours putting together here. And I'm really proud of these, how they turned out. I put a lot of effort in kind of like learning how to build trees. And, these are my first kind of go arounds. So I'm trying to keep like my kind of style of just kind of building freehand. But it's just a difficult thing to build them all freehand like this. So I really just put a lot of effort, like that big one. I think that's my favorite one I put together. But look at these stones. The stones, I like these a lot. I had thought that I wanted to put like some kind of rocks, kind of break up the terrain over here, so I have more stuff to look at. So if I really want to, I can come over and look at the crater. But something that's not going to take too much away from the landscape, but kind of add to it. I decided to put these little moss carpets onto the path here and make it less kind of flat and more broken up here. Because I didn't use path blocks in this one. I didn't use path blocks. On the other ones, I think I used path blocks. But check this out. It doesn't kind of clash too much with the elevator. So I don't think it's too much, right? Not too much. And then I think this turned out pretty well. Overall, like these boulders are probably some of my favorite things I've ever built in my world so far. And these trees, oh my gosh. I built, I think 8 different trees. I think we use all of them here. No, I built 2 medium trees, one tall tree, 3 small trees, and they're kind of scattered about in here. So the same tree's been built multiple times. It's just at different rotations. And wow, I'm so glad how it's turned out. For our other goals we have, that I kind of want to put like goal list is back here. So yeah, over here, I have the plans of building ruins, and I put a little sign here so I can remind myself next time I come through here. But we have such a vast amount of space, and I really just kind of want to build like something that kind of like contrasts the village I'm working on over there. So I'm working on some new buildings. I'm working on them. They're in the works, I promise. But we want something to kind of contrast that. So like, let's say like, this is like a ruined area that people moved away from, and they eventually just all moved there, or is that like something happened? I don't know yet exactly, but that's the kind of the goal. And that's all I really got to say for this. Put a lot of work into these. I hope you appreciate the amount of work I put into this, because I really am proud of myself for this. But if you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe. Comment which I could have changed, what you would have done different, what I should do. Really appreciate if you would do that. So have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your week. Until next time. See you next week. Bye.